Archer-Ells, it is I. So, I have yesterday's lesson open because I want to talk to you about what you are going to be doing. I read some of your comments on things that would make it a little bit easier. So here I am. I'm going to show you an exact example of what your task is going to look like today. Basically, what you are going to be doing is you're going to be annotating on a question. Now, this is not going to be a hard task, and it has to do with the questions that I have been using for the example. Yours is just going to be a little tweaked and a little bit different. So let's get started. Yesterday, we talked about how you needed to look at the whole question and ask yourself, what is the question asking and what evidence do I need? So I've broken that down. As you can see, Q1, in the Great Whale of Kansas, why does the narrator work hard preparing to build the pond? Now you'll notice that why is bolded because I marked up my question. I wanted to make sure I knew exactly what I was looking for. Then on D2 or D1, you need to use true details from the story to support your response. So my inference for my question, I think the narrator works hard to build a pond because, and you'll notice that is a complete sentence. That's something that I need to see from you as well. Because he believes it will be a really peaceful escape. Now remember, an inference is taking the information and what you know and coming up with some sort of kind of hypothesis about why you think something is going on. So I don't know if that's exactly right, but now is the time for finding the why part of it. So we have, what is the question asking? Why? I said he believes it will be really peaceful escape. Now, D1, what evidence will I need? So I'm just going to bold that I am finding my D1 here. So D1. So for my first piece of evidence, I'm just going to say I think that the narrator believes this because, and then now I need to go find, and I'm not going to bold that. I just need to go find some evidence. So when we're looking for evidence, we need to skim. If you have not read the story, it was really hard to do the exit ticket from yesterday. So I would make sure that you read the story today. If you have read it, skim through it. So at the beginning of the story, he's talking about his birthday, which has nothing to do with the pond. It's talking about groundhogs and building holes, and we don't really need any of that information. So then we're going to come down here. His parents had given him a pond. We're getting closer. They've been given him a pond building kit for his birthday. It's a complete pond in a single compact box. They're explaining it. We don't really need that information either. So I'm just going to skim past that and come down to here. So I watched that video over and over again, waiting for the weather to warm up enough to break ground. Every night before going to sleep, I'd put it on and listen to the soothing voice of the narrator describe the calm tranquility and serenity of a private water garden. In English and again in French, he spoke of dreaming dreams and soothing the soul. Step by step, fascinating step, he explained how to create an escape, a hidden world, all your own. Now you'll notice I used the word escape. I bolded that. It was something that I could really think about for my inference. You'll also notice that I have highlighted information that I want to use for my details. So if I'm looking at this, I put that he listened to the soothing voice. Okay, So if I use that, I'm going to do it. Now, you'll notice I bolded, I used colors. Whatever you want to do it. However you want to annotate, that's fine with me. If you want to just highlight it, that's great. If you want to highlight the words and then put a comment off to the side, that's completely fine with me as well. I'm completely okay with any way that you want to annotate it. So I am going to just highlight and bold it. So the first thing that I'm going to take from this is I'm going to take this first part. That is a quote, and I'm going to copy it because you're putting it in quotation marks, so you can do that. Now, I'm not going to leave it bold or highlighted. I need it in size 14 so that it all matches up. But I need to add some words because I think that the narrator believes this because listen to the soothing. It's because he listened to the soothing voice of the narrator and described the calm, tranquility. Okay. So then I need to put in that I am finding my second piece of evidence. And I would start it out with another sentence starter, such as he continues on saying, and I know that's going to be my quote, so I'm going to come back down here. This piece of evidence really, I mean, it's supporting, but I think that this one right here is more just in terms of it kind of goes along with my inference. So I'm going to come back up here and I am going to paste it in. I'm also going to unhighlight it and I'm going to not have it at bold and I'm going to make it all the same size and I'm going to fix that. So right there, I have my detailed tube. So I have highlighted my word of what the question is asking. It's asking me a why question. I have my detail 1 and I have my detail 2. So my inference to my question, so why does the narrator work hard preparing to build the pond? I think the narrator works hard to build the pond because he believes it will be a really peaceful escape. My first detail, I think the narrator believes this because he listens to soothing voice of the narrator describe the calm tranquility and serenity of a private water garden. And my second piece of evidence is he continues on saying, step by fascinating step, he explained how to create and escape a hidden world all your own. Now, that is it. I just need to see your inference. I need to see your 2 pieces of information. The one thing that is different is you have a different question. Okay? So, your task is to mark up the question. What is the question asking? I marked up the question for mine. Okay? Mine was a why question. And it's also asking you what evidence will you need. So circle or bold your answer. So the question that you're working with today is in The Great Whale of Kansas, how does the author work hard preparing to build the pond? And then use 2 details from the story to support your response. Task 2 is skim and annotate the article. You can mark up things that relate to your answer and you can provide evidence to support your claim. Now, you'll notice on mine, I marked up my question. I had my question answered right here with my inference, I think. And then I put D1 and D2 for both of my details. If you want to do that, you can. If you do not, it is completely okay with me. You just need to make sure that you mark up the question. What is the question asking us? And what evidence will I need? And then task 2 is skim and annotate. So highlight, bold, any way that you need to make comments, anything, to show me that you have annotated. Then you need to go back and you need to write your question answered with your 2 pieces of detail. So if you think about it, this is 1 sentence, 2 sentence, 3 sentence. So it's like a short 3-sentence summary. You just need to make sure that you are answering what the question's asking and using the evidence. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I do have a meeting this morning, I believe at 9:15. So I will be not available from 9 to 10 o'clock. But I will get back to you if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.